Hey you guys, it's Megan and I am back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to do something a little bit different. I know that I've been running a series on my channel for the last few weeks, but we are going to jump into another topic. So, we're going to talk about color treated curly hair. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of conversation around like whether or not you can have healthy color treated hair, especially like when you have blonde hair like mine. And there is like a little bit of education also that goes into this though, right? Because if you choose to go, if you are somebody that has darker hair and you choose to go lighter, the pigment is being literally stripped and pulled out of your hair in order to achieve a lighter look. Now, that's if you're using bleach, and I'm not a hair expert, so I want to put it out there. I'm just a girl who loves hair, okay? Curly hair specifically. And so I'm going to talk about my particular experience and what I've gone through and how I've been able to one maintain the health of my curls and the forms of my curls and my texture without my process being overdone, and also just what I do at home in order to maintain these curls. So I'm going to discuss that more in the video, like once we jump right in, and you'll also get to see me styling. And so I'm going to talk while I am styling my hair. And one of the things that I want to say that I want to preface with this conversation is I have gone through 4 blonding sessions, okay? I had jet black box dye hair. I'll try to find a picture so that I can insert here just so you can see where I started and then how we have progressed to this color that we're at now, which I'm still like in the in between stage. I have some pieces like you'll see right here. This is more of like the ashy beige blonde that I'm going for, while I'm a little bit warmer here up top. And so, what I want to say with that is if you are starting from square one, like I did, it's really important that you find a hairstylist that understands and that you understand that you're not trying to sit in somebody's chair and go blonde in one take, babes. It's not healthy to do that. It's not good for the integrity of your hair. It if you want your hair to be like on the floor, like maybe go that route. But if you want to understand how to safely get to being lighter and how to maintain your texture, then it might have to be done in multiple sessions. So I will also insert a picture of what my actual inspo hair is or my goal hair is. The reality of the situation is it's going to take probably 6 sessions total in order for me to get to what my actual goal hair is. And as somebody who really enjoys instantaneous gratification, and I just like to feel that dopamine hit, this has been a process for me, a process to where like I was kind of like questioning in the meantime, in between time, if I was doing the right thing, if we were going too slow in the process, but the proof is in the pudding because when I style my hair and when I apply products to my hair still looks the same. It still has the same formations as it did when it was black. Now, I am not going to be the person that argues whether or not color treated hair can be healthy because of the fact that I just said for my hair and my process, we literally stripped all the pigment and all the color out of my hair. And so it's different than when you are depositing color because we're taking everything out in order to get me this light. So I'm just sharing with you guys some tips and tricks that I have used, and this also is not my first time going blonde. This might be like my third time in having my and wearing my natural hair that I have gone through this process. But I'm just going to share my story and my journey. I don't have my hair falling out in clumps. I do not experience like extremely loose curls or anything like that, but that's all because This was done within a 1 to 6 step process. It's going to be done in a 1 to 6 step process. And also, the integrity of your stylist is really important. Like, my stylist was literally checking all the time to make sure that my curls kept their form and kept their texture as she was going through the brightening process. So if you want to learn more about my journey of my blonding, then make sure you watch. And then if you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'd love to see you here the next time. Okay, let's get into the video. Starting off, I'm taking my Jamaican black castor oil and I am applying that to my scalp. Now, I do tend to have thinner edges, and so I'm making sure that I focus on that area and just oiling my scalp because I like to give my hair a good foundation to start with. Before this process, I made sure that I shampooed and conditioned my hair with my Carol's Daughter shampoo and conditioner, and I'll make sure that I link them right here so that you guys can see those. Also, I'm just going in and massaging my scalp to stimulate like blood flow and all those good things. Just it's so good for your scalp and for your hair as you are growing and creating a great foundation to have healthy hair. So, like I said, shampooing and conditioning with Carol's Daughter, I like to utilize a moisturizing shampoo because I need to put moisture back into my hair. When you have color treated hair, you're already like behind the 8 ball just as far as your hair being prone to being dry and brittle. Now, if you do have a time where you need to like really cleanse your scalp and to get product out of it and product buildup, the Dew has an awesome shampoo that breaks down without stripping your hair. My recommendation is to, if you are needing a clarifying shampoo, to clarify it first and then put some of that moisture back into your hair with a moisturizing shampoo. And that's what's worked really well for me. Now, once I get out of the shower, and I'll make sure that I do like an actual wash and go video, but if you want to see more, I'm pretty sure I have a lot that is in my short form content. So you can check it out there. But once I get out of the shower, I do my leave-in conditioner. It is from Amika and it is a part of their hydration line. I also have two mousses that I use from the Dew. One is the honey mousse, and then there is another one that's called Chief Rocka. And on top of that, I will use an Eco Styler gel. So my styling products are leave-in conditioner, two mousses, and gel. And I just make sure that I'm patient when I'm doing my wash and go process. I don't like to do it when I am in a rush because I want to have really nicely formed curls and I need the opportunity to shingle some of my curls too. So like if I'm in a rush, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. I need to make sure that I am like really doing my wash and goes on the weekend to preserve it in order for me to have time to do so. And also when it comes to deep conditioning your hair, the two that I keep in rotation for myself are Amika hydration, and also Amika has a protein deep conditioner as well that just helps to strengthen my hair because it has been broken down by bleach. And so I make sure that I at least utilize that protein deep conditioner once a month and then some type of hydration deep conditioner on the other weeks. Now, I do deep condition on a weekly basis. And please listen to me when I say this. If you do not plan to deep condition and moisturize your hair, do not have color treated hair. You are probably very much so better suited to either rock your natural hair color or to have a darker hair color, because if you don't want to take extra good care of your hair, or if your hair is prone to breakage, this is not the route for you to go. Whatever it is that you were doing with your curly hair prior to having it color treated, like, amplify that. because you're really going to have to make sure that you're moisturizing your scalp, oiling your scalp. If there's days where it feels like it's extra dry, then putting some type of leave-in in it and spritzing your hair, all of the above. Now, before this, you'll see that I was using the Olaplex bonding oil, and I'm going to list off some of the benefits of this bonding oil because I have been very, very pleased with the outcome of how it has been beneficial to my hair. So the Olaplex number 7 bonding oil strengthens damaged hair. It helps reinforce weakened bonds from bleaching, coloring, heat, and chemical processing, which can reduce breakage. It controls frizz and boosts shine, smooths the hair without making curls feel heavy or greasy. I can really attest to that. It does not make my hair feel heavy or greasy. This is especially nice for keeping colored curls looking glossy instead of dry or dull. Heat protection provides heat protection up to 450 degrees, which helps minimize additional damage when diffusing, blow drying, or styling. Now, I don't really heat style my hair besides what I was doing before when you guys saw me using the blow dryer to dry my roots. I have low porosity hair. I talk about this all the time. I did my hair and styled it at 8 o'clock in the morning. And when I filmed this video, it was 4 p.m. And my roots still were not dry. And that was with me like riding around and running errands, and we're in a heat advisory, but I did spend like a few minutes with my sunroof open just to try to dry my hair faster, and it didn't work. So right now I am going through the phase of making sure that I am parting my hair off because I'm going to stretch my curls. And my hair is like long enough now to where I can put it into sections just to make sure that I'm adequately stretching my hair to my specifications. And you'll see once I start this process, I am trying to ensure that when I am stretching my curls to only do so at the root. Just go with me here. You want to stretch at the root to elongate your hair a little bit to prepare it. So I'm going to end up, you guys saw at the very beginning of the video, I'm going to end up wearing my hair in a curly ponytail or a curly puff, whatever it is you want to call it, an afro puff. And so I am really, really focused on just making sure I am hitting those roots and pulling and tugging at my hair while I do it to just get it elongated to my desired length. And since I've been doing this for so long, I really know how much to stretch my hair. And if you don't, it's just going to take some practice to understand what it is that you like and what your hair is best suited for. So I'm just going to go section by section and to make sure that I am stretching my hair out because I'm doing this for my desired style. Now, if I were doing another curly hairstyle, then I would probably be using a different technique when it comes to stretching my hair, but this is what works for my curly puff. So while I'm going through this process, let's talk about manipulation for your hair and keeping it really like a chill girl, like really low maintenance and not doing too much manipulation. Something that I have seen constant on social media when people talk about having color treated hair, there's a few factors, right, that I see that are in rotation. One of them is they're so like excited about the fact that they have these beautiful highlights and their hair is color treated that like Babes is going ham with the flat iron. Babes is going ham with the blow drying, the heat styling, all of the things, right? And as I said before, and you will hear this in repetition throughout the duration of this video, when you have color treated hair, you need to make sure you handle it with kid gloves. So if you were able to get by with jet black hair and you were heat styling your hair 2 times a week with jet black hair and it still to the naked eye looked like it was healthy, bravo. kudos to you. But when it comes to having color treated hair, you might not have that much flexibility. So, some of the styles that I know that work for me when it comes to low manipulation is my hair in this curly ponytail, which is like, I would say probably 80% of the time how you will see me style my hair. And I also feel like this is why I have seen a significant amount of growth in my hair too, just because I don't manipulate it too much. And I have been itching y'all so bad to get a sew in because I love my weave. However, comma, I know that my hair is fragile right now and at this state, and I don't want it to be cornrowed or sewed up for an extended amount of time, especially because when I wear my sew-ins, I wear my sew-ins. Like my curly sew-ins I'll keep for like 2 months. And when I'm at like maybe the tail end of this process and I feel comfortable with the health of my hair and the integrity of my hair, like maybe. But I'm just saying at this point, I really am enjoying my curly hair and how the color looks on it. So, probably no time soon am I actually going to be doing a sew in. Maybe this time next year or maybe in the winter, but not right now. And also, mind you, I got my hair like a year ago. My hair was in a fade, like a tapered fade, and it's grown out quite a bit. And I think that that's because I do low manipulation styling. Also, like my hair does grow pretty fast because it's just a part of my genetics, and my mom's hair grows really fast. And so that's just what it is. My sisters, all of us have really, really thick hair. And my kids also have really, really thick hair. So once I get up to the top of my hair, my curl pattern is just a little bit looser. And I'm sorry, y'all. Every time I film, my nose gets runny, and it is the most annoying thing ever. But once I get up to the top of my hair, it is the curls and the texture is a little bit looser than it is around the rest of my hair. So towards the top, I would say that I have a looser texture. I'm not gonna say 3C. I Because the texture warriors are out there and they will love to correct me, but whatever. And then it's tighter curls around like the crown and in that area. So right now I'm just doing a check of my hair and just seeing like what we're working with thus far and how it's moving, how it's feeling. And then I'm going to go ahead and move to the other side. Now, another thing that I want to add in when it comes to low manipulation hairstyles is it does not hurt for you to get some type of half wig. Half wigs are always the goat to me because of the fact that, like, if I get up in the morning and my hair is looking unruly and I need to go to the gym, I will throw a jet black half wig on and have the headband part of it showing and just a little bit of my hair, since the majority of it is blonde. I can only leave out like really the edge portion of my hair like in the headband and go on about my day, and that's all tucked underneath a wig cap. So if I have to go that route, I will. I'm definitely not too proud to throw my hair into a halfway and have it look really good. Also, I would like to throw in there, if you get an itch to have some length or some more density to your hair, you can always, like, that is just like love, love, love being a black girl down. I really and truly do. But the versatility of our hair and what we can do, phenomenal. A1, love it. So The other thing that I would like to say is I have a half wig, and my half wig is kind of like more of a caramel color. And now I am blonde and I have dimension to my hair. I wanted to have dark roots and some black spots so that I could have dimension throughout my hair. And like if I go through a grow out process, what have you, like the grow out process is fine, right? You can get a half wig and a human hair half wig that's curly and matches your texture. Take it to your stylist and have your stylist dye it the same color as your hair, if that's really what you want to do. In fact, for my birthday is in October, and I am toying with the idea of whether I want to flat iron my hair, because probably at that point I would be at collarbone length hair. And if I want to do like some type of blowout on my actual hair, or if since I'm going to be at my very last like appointment around that time, then I may want to get a half wig and have her to color the half wig. Now, at this point, my curly half wig that I have, unless I'm tucking my hair underneath it and I'm wearing a headband, it's not the same color as my hair anymore. I was able to wear it through like phase one and phase two, I would say, of my blonding journey, but now it's going to be too dark for me. So I could have her actually lighten that one, or I could take her another half wig and have her lighten it at the end of my process. And the reason that I say that is because I have this inspo pick, right? And like I could have her lighten the hair to the inspo pick, but an inspo pick is really legitimately just an inspo pick, because at the end of the day, it's an inspiration, but you don't know for a fact that your hair is going to get to that exact picture. The likelihood of that happening very slim, okay? And you have to go into your appointments understanding that, like that's the ultimate goal and that's what you're aiming for, but the way that your hair lightens and brightens is not going to be the same as your inspiration picture. It's going to do that, but at the level of what your hair is going to do, right? So after I get done, like I could take my stylist that wig, or I could take her a straight kinky half wig that I might want to wear during my birthday and do some wand curls. And the thing about half wigs is you still have the ability to take that mug off at night, okay? You can take it off at night. You can even get your hair braided down underneath it and just keep the perimeter of your hair out. Wear a curly flip over. You could, heat style the perimeter of your hair and do wand curls on a straight kinky wig or what have you. But if you need to feel and moisturize your scalp at the end of the evening and take that mug off, then that is a really good route for you to go. The more that I talk about this, I'm like, yeah, I think that that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, I have been itching to have some hair in my head, but it really makes no sense because I would basically be matching the hair to where I am in this process, even though I'm not at the end, and it's just a waste of money. Okay, so now let's talk about, as we are coming kind of sort of towards the end of the video, let's talk about why I chose to go through an extended process when it came to me blonding my hair. So, the reason behind this for me and my hair journey is because the majority of the time I wear my hair curly, point blank, period. Now, during the winter time, you might see me with like a heat styled look that maybe like I achieved with my round brush. I really don't use a flat iron, because for me, what is most important is for me to have curly hair, because that is how I wear it the majority of the time. So I'm not really one of those girls that goes back and forth between curly hair and straight hair. Okay. Number two, I work out a lot. And with that being said, straight hair really is just not the move for me because I do a lot of heated workouts. So I do hot works, hot Pilates, all the things. And I'm just showing you guys my outlist band that I use to like start this process of my ponytail. And also like look at how much stretch my hair got from like I really went from like a pixie to a baby fro. Okay, we move. And I'm using the black castor oil eco gel and I'm gonna go ahead and slick that on my hair. So because of me knowing myself and how I like to wear my hair and how like I would be one of those people to where I was trying to literally like straighten my hair after workouts, and I don't have the time to do that. I'm in school full time. I am a creator, I'm a mom, and I'm a wife. Like I don't have time to be doing all that. So I have to do what's best for my hair, and what's best for my hair is if you tell me, "Oh, we could achieve this in 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 a three-step process, but you know, your curls might be limp, they might not have any texture to them. They might get a little bit looser, not anybody. Or we could stretch it out to 6 sessions and we could gradually lighten you and then talk about the process afterwards and see how it goes. Like, yeah, let's go that route. Let's do that. And when it comes to that, like, yeah, does it cost more money to go that route? 100%. I would rather pay the money and do what is best for my hair than to sit down in somebody's chair and they literally don't give a shit about my curls when quite frankly it's a part of my identity. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not gonna hold you. I love having curly hair. And so when it comes to that, like I'm going to sit through it. And like I said, I came from having black box dye hair to deciding I wanted to go blonde. And what you have to understand in that process is like you're going to come out reddish, orange, copper because of all the pigment that was deposited into your hair when you went jet black. And for that reason, like I love my blonde hair, but if I ever decided to go back darker, I would just do temporary color because of how much of a process this has taken in order to get my hair light. Like I'm not doing it right now. I feel like I can get my fix of having dark hair from doing a sew-in with a closure, and we can just do that if I want to have dark hair, but I'm probably not going back to it at this point. I'm just going to maintain my lighter hair. So if you go to somebody and they tell you that they can do it for you, but it's going to take a little bit longer, I think that you should be open and hearing what they have to say as far as what their process will look like and the why behind it than you are to sit in somebody's chair that's telling you that they can get you lighter and brighter in just three sessions. And what I like about my stylist is she overestimates when it comes to certain things. So she might tell me that, oh, you have two more sessions left. But when I go and sit down and she sees like how well my hair is doing and that she could probably just like push it a little bit, like could we get it done in just one session and maintain the integrity of my hair, yes or no? We sit there and we talk about it. And if I ultimately am like, oh, okay, well, I'm not comfortable with X, Y, and Z, she's not going to do it. Okay. So I love that. This is pretty much the finished look of my hair. I will make sure that I tag all the products down below that I use in order to achieve this. This is how I keep my hair pretty much throughout the whole week. through workouts and everything, I will take my hair out of the band because it's not healthy for you to sleep in that, especially since it is, a little bit tighter and it is going to cause some strain on your hair. And causing strain on your hair also means that you are prone to breakage. So at night, I will either just plop a satin scarf on my head and go to sleep like that. And just since my sides are already slicked down, like I'll sleep on my side, or I'll put a scarf on and I will pineapple my hair so that my curls just literally sit at the top of my hair. Now, my nighttime routine, I am moisturizing my hair either with some type of butter. I really like the Camille Rose Twisted Almond Butter. It smells so good. So I'll use that. I will spritz my hair with some leave-in conditioner and some water. And while I'm like putting on my PJs and doing my skincare routine, I will like let all that sink in, and then I'll throw my bonnet on, or I will pineapple my hair. It's just always good to give it that extra moisture that's needed. So yeah, I also really like the Dew, and it's like, Megan, is this an ad for the Dew? No, it's not. But their products are really great. They work so well with the texture of my hair. So they have an edge control that I absolutely adore. I'll make sure that that and everything else that I talked about is listed and linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please let me know down below like any questions that you might have. I want to reiterate that I am not a stylist or an expert. I'm just a girl who loves hair. And so this has been what has helped me maintain my thick, curly, color treated hair. And I hope that you're able to take some tips and tricks away that also help you. Oh, this is the Tresemme gloss. I don't use oil sheen on my hair anymore. This is their lamellar gloss, and it makes your hair so shiny and it's so great. I might use it like multiple times a day to make sure that my hair looks good. But anyways, this is the finished look. There she is in the back, and I'm going to show you like a few other little views so that you can see it. Dang, my hair's like really blonde in the back though. Wowzer. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, she's still going. Okay, bye guys.